Hello everybody, Jason of New Age Revolution Cave. It is a sunny Tuesday here in upstate New York. We are 2 days away from a Canadian invasion. 2 days away from watching me manhandle a giant package. Sorry, Michael Rea, that I sent you into a laughing fit. But right now it's LJN's Revisited. That's right, we take a look at the greatest toy line in the history of toys. One that is not yet in the Toy Hall of Fame, which is located right here in Rochester, New York. No love for the LJN wrestling figures. So you get your love right here on the channel. And today we're going to take another close look at a figure from this precious line of 8-inch rubber globs of fun. We look at a figure today that I'm pretty sure I hate now. I'm pretty sure I hated back then, but I'm pretty sure I played with it. In fact, I know that I had so many Junkyard Dog versus this person matches. That was just a go-to, no feud required, middle of the card, Junkyard Dog versus Adorable Adrian Adonis. Adorable Adrian Adonis. Okay, so there's lots of things wrong with this figure. I don't know if it's just my Adrian or if it's everybody's, but if you look at it, for some reason this figure is like slanted this way. You know, this is how the figure stands right here. You put the figure on the shelf and it stands just like this. I mean, look at these, look at the slant on the legs. Now, I think that that's designed that way so that it can pose, you know, in a feminine, you know, style. We have pretty much zero playability with this figure. You know, look, Adrian Adonis is probably one of the more underrated wrestlers. If you go back to 1980, 1981, 82, 83, 84, Adrian Adonis is an extremely talented wrestler. The things that he could do at the weight that he was at was phenomenal. I think he had a 2-show run at Madison Square Garden with Bob Backlund, and that usually means that you are special. In the old days of the WWF, you would challenge Backlund at Madison Square Garden. You'd get some kind of cheap win or a brawl or a double disqualification or something, and then you'd come back the next month and you'd have the blow-off match, and Adrian Adonis got to do that. This is back when he was tough guy, New York City Adrian Adonis. Black hair, leather jacket, little bit heavy, but you know, could throw a mean drop kick, sells like an animal, flips himself over the turnbuckle, always flipping himself over the top rope. You know, when he got punched, is almost like Mr. Perfect style selling, and I loved him. I loved the tag team with Dick Murdoch. I thought they were fantastic. You know, WWF Tag Team Champions. Such a weird combination. You know, the New York City Brawler and the Texas Brawler. I loved it. Such a great, maybe one of the most underrated tag teams ever, Adrian Adonis and Dick Murdoch. Then Adrian started to gain a ton of weight, and he became, this is 1986 or so, he became, you know, there was an they implied that he was gay. Okay, and so he you know, had to, you know, if you're gay, then you have to really be over the top with the pink and the flowers and the makeup and the blonde hair and all of that. I mean, that, of course, that means you're gay. So this is what the WWF did with Adrian Adonis. They took him from this New York City tough guy to this pink, flowery, gay character. And this is the figure that we get, unfortunately. We do not get the, you know, 1984 Adrian Adonis. We get Adorable Adrian. And I haven't watched this era in so long that I don't know if I liked it or not. Now, I'm going to watch it through adult eyes, hopefully soon. I mean, I'm up to April 1985. So we're coming up to this era. And I'm looking forward to seeing if I like Adorable Adrian Adonis. I don't remember him being, I still remember him wrestling like a tough guy, I think. I don't know if he wrestled, femininely, if that's a word, femininely. I don't know. I think he still was like tough guy Adrian, but just looked like this. Unfortunately, the weight was a massive problem. Anyway, the figure. Like I said, I've had tons of matches with him against the Junkyard Dog, but it's such a difficult figure to play with due to the play pose. It's, there's really not much that you can do here. But it was 1986, 1987, and we just played with our figure, and it was fine. If the Junkyard Dog was, reachable, I'd grab him. But here he is, Adrian Adonis, Adorable Adrian Adonis, and we'll take a closer look at him in a minute. I really, really like Adrian Adonis. I just think, and unfortunately, I've seen the last of Adrian Adonis in my viewing, unfortunately, because he comes back as this character, and then he leaves after, I think, WrestleMania 3. I don't think we see him much after WrestleMania 3 because he got the head shaved. And I think that there was a push for him to go back to Tough Guy Adrian. I think he was losing some weight. And the story was that he was making a push at a return as Adrian Adonis, Tough Guy Adrian, New York City Adrian, but unfortunately he was killed in a car accident. Way soon. I think he was only in his 30s when he died. And everything that's come out was that he was just a great guy, that he was a super nice guy and an extreme talent. The figure, again, got some play, but not my favorite figure of all time, obviously. But if I were to sit down today, and I may do this, I don't know, now that I've moved these and I'm talking about them with you, I'm looking at them and I kind of I'm getting the bug. I want to sit down and mess around with these guys. I want to play with these figures. I don't think it'll be a whole, what do I do? Play Action, PACW, Play Action Championship. I don't think it'll be a whole show. I don't think it'll be a whole thing. But, I either want to do another tournament, or I just want to have some matches that I had as a kid. I want to have the Bulldogs versus Sheik and Volkov. I want to have Valentine versus Tito, or Valentine versus Ricky Steamboat. I want to have Junkyard Dog versus Adrian Adonis. Who else would I use? I could team up, Brickhouse Brown and Corporal Kirshner to take on whoever. I don't know. Heart Foundation, whatever. I want to play again. I miss playing with these guys, and now that I'm again talking so much about them, not to make fun of anybody's work, but this figure is often used as a Dusty Rhodes custom on the eBay. That's rough. That's very rough. They simply paint the polka dot trunks. They leave the eye makeup, from what I've seen. That's why I never liked customs until XOX, of course. Let's take a closer look at Adrian Adonis, and I'll keep you posted on whether or not the New 80s Revolution is going to sit down here like a 10-year-old and play with his wrestling figures at the tender age of 48 with a bad back, and I can barely sit on the floor for more than 10 minutes. So we'll see. I'll keep you posted on that. But first, we take a closer look at the adorable Adrian Adonis. All right, folks. So if any LJN figure requires a custom LJN stand from 4 Left 3D Creations, it is Adorable Adrian Adonis. This figure does not stand. It is awkward, it is slanted, and the only way it's going to look good is if you go on Etsy, you look up 4 Left 3D Creations, and you get yourself this adorable Adrian Adonis stand. Here is the figure, and let me prove my point to you. There you go. You don't want him standing on your shelf like this, do you? No, that looks silly. Adrian Adonis. Well, does Adrian Adonis have a lazy eye? Looks like it. Adrian, the rare lazy eye variant. Adrian Adonis, sure, it's a face. I don't know
how good that face is. He's got a little bit of a mascara, black eye kind of look, purple eye or whatever there on his face. He's got the blonde hairdo, and then of course the girthy torso that Adrian was once rocking. What do we call these? The pectorals are pretty accurate for this period of Adrian's career. We have the effeminate pose as he is portraying a gay character. Did we ever have Adonis say the word gay? I remember it was a big deal when Goldust was asked by Jerry Lawler, "Are you gay?" But so was that did Adrian ever actually say he was gay? Was there any suggestion that he was, I know there was suggestion that he was gay, but was there any statement that, Adrian Adonis was gay? Or would they just dance around it and be funny like 1986? Pink, of course, big pink trunks, pink boots, and weird slanty legs. I don't like those, never did. Back of the figure is exactly the same. Here you can really see the leg slant. And I always thought it was my figure that somehow, the rubber got, heated up or something, or bent in a certain way, or was crushed in a certain way. I don't know. So here we have the back of Adorable Adrian. Honestly, I can't wait to revisit this wrestling era. As I watch through my tapes, I honestly can't wait to see my reaction to this. I don't know if I fully understood it as a kid, but I'm looking to see if Adrian still has, is still the in-ring talented Adrian, or does he change his work style completely? I don't remember. I do remember going to a WWF live event in 87 or so, 86. No, it had to be 86. And I made a sign that said, "Hey, Adrian, go home to your husband." Yes. How about that? 10-year-old New 80s Revolution is telling Adrian Adonis to go home to his husband. What kind of a punk kid was I? All right, folks, there he is, Adrian Adonis. We will take a look at the much heralded Outback Jack on our next LJN Revisited. Till then, see you next time. Good night.